Welcome back to the league that means nothing on Go Again Gaming.
What is up, Fabblers? Welcome to round 2 of the league that means nothing. I don't want to scream into my mic. Nothing at all. Today we've got an awesome game between Rhinar and Dash.io, Carlos on Rhinar, Thomas on Dio, and let's just get straight into it.
Today's sponsor for the league that means nothing is a returning one in My Metal Cards. Based out of Malaysia, they produce tokens and markers that are made out of metal. All proceeds that they get are used for giveaways, events like this one, creators and artists. You can use the promo code Let's Play TLTMN4 to get 5% off store-wide with any order of 3 cards or above, getting this added TLTMN Syndra exclusive for free. That's Let's Play TLTMN4 to get 5% off store-wide with any order of 3 cards or above, getting this TLTMN Syndra exclusive added for free. Thank you very much to My Metal Cards. Make sure you go and check them out.
Here we are. Carlos starting with a wild ride, drawing and discarding a card. Now, Carlos, I believe, going first here. Absolute power move for Rhinar. Always wants to go first. Both of these heroes really want to go first in a vacuum because they just get so much value. So here, the Wild Ride's discarding is 6, which intimidates, right? Absolutely just insane for Rhinar. Getting the cards out of your opponent's hand, he can just push so much damage. We'll see how much damage he can push here. And claw for 3 straight after this. Being blocked for 6, really good. Dio not having items in hand is really, really juicy. Block with it. Woo! Oh, he had to block with it, but it was a spark of genius. So that's okay. If Dio gets to go first, she gets to play a bunch of items down, gets a lot of value. But if Rhinar gets to go first, he gets to push damage, which he was unable to do in this situation, and Dash is totally fine with that because now Dash is going second. Dash has tempo, you know. Dash gets to do all that, but Rhinar is also okay with this because Rhinar notoriously isn't able to go super wide. He can go wide with like Wild Ride, Pulpings, Swing Fist, Think Later, but it's a little bit harder for him because those are like the only cards really. Unless I'm missing some. Dread Screamer, Levia card. Should be on Levia, but that's okay right here. Just playing out a Cerebellum Processor and passing. Super interesting. Forcing Carlos to scabbies here. Rolling a 2. Half that rounded down is a 1. Just to send packing. Banishing Thomas's arsenal face up. Maybe demanding a block. Now, if he blocks this, he gets the Pulse Wave Harpoon back. A really nice card for Dio, because it's a little bit disruptive. But not as effective with only 3 cards in hand. So, we will have to see what he does here. He blocked with another Pulse Wave and a 0 to 60. Easy block, get the card back. A little bit of just valuing. And Rhinar just has to pass here. Dio going into the next turn with the Cerebellum. I think the Dio is trying to set up an item and really just push past the blocks because the Dio's life doesn't matter as much. What matters more is actually getting the damage through. And oh my god, it's a cog in the machine. When did this get into the deck? What's going on? Bro, what's happening? When did Dio start playing cog in the machine? He's putting it on the bottom. So, Dio's had this new plan where you can play Cog in the Machine 3 times, and if you crank them all, you get like 6 items on the field. But you also get 6 pistol counters and 4 action points. So you just go 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And it's like infinite damage out of your deck, essentially. Which is actually really nice for fatigue. Obviously, you don't want to boost these cog in the machines because then you don't have an endgame plan. So we'll have to see how that unfolds this game. Blocking 3 on the pulse wave. Taking 1 here. I believe this was boosted. So there might be a pistol shot after this. And he did pitch a Teclo Core. Kind of juicy. Activating Cerebellum. Instead of drawing, maybe. Down to 1 action point. Oh, he had 2 action points. Maybe he saw the cog in the machine in his hand last turn. And decided how juiced that would be. Oh my god, Teclo Core off the top. Oh, I want to play Dash again. Oh my lordy lord. I want to play Dash. Oh my god. What's he going to do now? I believe he has 1 action point still. Boosting with Fast and Furious. 4 go again because he has cranked this turn. He cranked twice at the start of his turn. Crazy stuff. And then he'll be able to shoot his pistol after this. So, actually, just an amazing turn. Off however many cards he had. I think he had 3 cards. Because this is 8, 9, 10 damage off 3 cards. Which is already 1 above rate. And he got a Teclo Core out. And he got pistol counters. And he's juicing. Carlos here, I believe he's blocked with Swing Big and a Savage Beatdown. Block you with the 2 cards. Classic Brute move. As they block 2, send 2. Brute moments right there. Anywho, Thomas passing, feeling probably really good about his situation. Bam Bam for 6. Alright, if you don't know what Bam Bam is, fellas, when this hits a hero, destroy an item they control. And you can instant discard this to make club attack get on hit, destroy an item. But seriously, like, you're just attacking with this thing. If you're playing club, you're trolling a little. You're trolling. But this is threatening a Teclo Core right now. Teclo Core is 4 resources. That can fuel, like, your next 2 turns. Or a Cerebellum. This is, like, ridiculous. He has to block 6 here. He has to keep the value of his items. Now, that's going to come up more than once this game. Most likely. We did see a Bam Bam get pitched earlier on. So there's 1 Bam Bam left in the deck, most likely. Another card that Rhinar has is R Smash. You can roll a die, smash some items depending on what you roll. Here we go, 4 go again. Can't be defended by the equipment. It's be quick or be dead in the old rust bucket. Oh wait, what does that flavor text say? Oh, I cooked it in the old rust and dust by Sandy Shoe. Banger flavor text. Coming to 4, taking the 4. Maybe he can use his whole hand. Now he's playing Cog in the Machine. Playing Cog in the Machine here. Breaking. He's making 2 cogs. Cranking them both. Putting them on the bottom. Another part of this loop game plan that he's got. But he gets 2 action points out of it. And then he's shooting the gun for 2 here. And he draws Cerebellum. Okay. Interesting. Cog in the Machine might be a real card. That is so interesting. I'm a Dio player, so it's good to think about. And classic Sigils of Cycles hits the board. When this leaves the arena, discard a card and then draw a card. Oh my god. And then a Blood Rush. Discarding Sea Legs. Creating a Rum. This turn could get nasty with this Rum token, actually. God damn. Now we have a few Intimidates. This is the scary part for Dio, because Dio just can't block this. Like, Dio can. Should Dio? Maybe not. Dio pushed some damage last turn, and Rhinar was like, let's take it. It's worth it. Let's send a ton of damage. This Sigil of Cycles, a thing to note is that it says, when this leaves the arena, discard a card and then draw a card. So if you have no cards in hand, you literally just draw a card. Kind of crazy. But if you do have a hand, it'll just cycle a card for you. Free Intimidate as well. Start off with 5 go again. Snap no blocks from the Dio player here. Going down to 31. And then Splatter Skull for 8. Oh, on hit, destroy the Intimidate card. This is really good for Carlos here. 8 is a lot of damage to block. And he just has to block 8 here. You do not want to be blocking as Dio. You just want to be sending it, right? You want max value out of your deck, but he's just being forced to block again and again. Otherwise he loses. Just so much value. Whether it's correct to lose the value and just send it or not is a different question, but I think Thomas has taken it slow. He's been patient with his deck. He's not boosting as much. I think he's got a lot of gas in the tank. Everything's breaking. Cerebellum, Teklo Core. 2 resources. Zipper hit from Arsenal. Boosting here. 1 for 5, go again. Very nice card, very juicy. Now, this is just vanilla damage, but it is really strong. Zipper hit, just a strictly above rate card. 1 for 5 with go again. It's just the source. And basically conditionless go again, because his whole deck is Mechanologist, which makes this just an ultimate consistency piece. Uh-oh, he's cranking a Boom Grenade off the top. Uh-oh. 5 plus 4. He's taken 9. That is a big hit. That's a huge hit for Rhinar. That's a lot of damage. Just out of nowhere. And that's the power of Dio. That's why Dio starts at 36. Because Dio's got to do that once a game. Foundry Heart. Going up to 2 resources. And let me guess. Heist. Bang, it's a Heist. How did I know that? Heist is a banging card, that's why. I tell you. And he banished the Cerebellum. So he can, if this hits, he can play it. This is almost like a must block. Like, you just give Scabbies or the Savage Sash here and a card, probably. But I think Rhinar wants to keep his whole hand. Judged by the no blocks on the first attack. Blocking 5 here. Just denying the on hit. Like, it's a free card draw. Like, Thomas doesn't even have to crank this. Doesn't even have to crank the Cerebellum. Because he has the 2 action points from playing that thing off the top. Choosing not to shoot pistol. Maybe he's got some other plan for his endgame here. Or maybe he's just forgotten. But it is free damage. Or maybe he's preserving cards in deck. I don't know if he boosted that. Now this is a free Intimidate, essentially. And just deck thinning. Wasn't able to get the free draw off the card, but that is okay here. Card getting intimidated. Dio's sitting at a healthy 31. Starting from 36, has only taken 5 damage this game. Talking about how they discarded Sea Legs to Blood Rush. Just a disgusting combo. Carlos able to probably use his whole hand. Maybe go CNC into CNC. Savage Feast. Savage Feast just goes off the walls now that Gold Kiss Rum is in the game. If he plays the Savage Feast here, which is my guess right now, that's just nuts. And now Rhinar is drunk. He's had a gold kiss run. He's in the mood. Splatter Skull for 6. On hit, destroying that card in the banish zone. Just a yucky on hit. The Sigil of Cycles showing its real power here. By having that free Intimidate, it's just unlocked a must block card here. Oh, Thomas saying no blocks here. Losing a card. It was a zipper hit. I think it was a blue. Maybe he didn't need the extra resource this turn, and that's okay. Now, if he's sending the disruption first, it makes me wonder, what's he got second? If he's holding a blue, it can be claw into any 2 costs in the deck. It's not a snap claw though. So we'll have to see what's going on. Oh, it's a Savage Sash. A Race Face for 6. Even more disgusting. If you don't block this, you can't boost. You cannot boost. What are you doing? Nothing. A Race Face inadvertently tech for Syndra. Now it's hitting Dio, and that makes me a little bit sad. But taking no blocks here. No blocks? 3 cards in hand? What's this man gonna do? My guess, he's gonna crank out a Cerebellum, play Boom Grenade, and Arsenal. Oh, he's got Cog in the Machine. He says he does not need to boost. I will take them action points. I will take those action points from the Cog in the Machine. Don't need a boost to keep the cards in the deck. Wow. Shooting once for 2. Shooting once again for 2. Taking a whole card from Carlos here is really good, actually. Personally, I would have actually just sent the card that Carlos blocked with, Sand Sketch Plan, but he's already got a Blood Rush. Ooh, discard Pulping. Intim. Gonna draw some more cards. Ooh. Accidentally flipped it to the camera. He did banish a non-block, thank God. Wasn't getting blocked with anyway. That's very, very lucky for Dio here. Now Carlos thinking about the claw swing. Gonna do the claw swing. Might have some other lines here. Was probably thinking about Scabs. I always love rolling Scabs. I would have rolled Scabs. But Carlos here, much more restraint than me. Showing his prowess in the Brute class. Ooh. And then Savage Feast. Discarding another Savage Feast. Drawing a card. Middle one. Intimidate. Coming in for 8. Big number. Interesting line here. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage Blow Rush of 3 cards. Saucy. That's that value. Dio down to 14. He could drop down to 6 here. With the Carlos being at a healthy 17. Not a good situation for Dio to be in. Dio hasn't seen any max Vs. He's been disrupted the whole game. This has been like quite a hard game for Dio. All this disruption, item threatening the item destruction. This is Rhinar at his sexiest, I would say. Showing off, I love smashing items. That's my impression if Rhinar was a pirate and he loves smashing items. And I think he loves smashing items. Untaps. Also, very, very pretty artist proof on the Rhinar side. The more I look at it, the more I really, really like it. And I do kind of want an artist proof now. Cranking Backup Protocol Red. Cranking it. I'm so puff and pilled, man. Like, whenever someone starts cranking, I'm like, okay, where's the second crank? Fast and Furious 4 with boost. Does have the backup. If Thomas has the blue in hand, he can find anything in his graveyard with one resource floating. Kind of nifty. Really enjoy that. But we'll have to see. Going to be a lot of digging for an item off top as well, for those extra action points, just to get those pistol shots off the gun. Ever since the high octane ban, thanks Sam, those pistol counters have been so hard to get off there. Those extra action points are just like converting into pistol shots. Oh, there's the R smash. R smash. Thank God it's been blocked with. I hate when Rhinar plays that card. It is a little bit below rate, but Thomas playing Bam Bam and R Smash in his list is actually just hilarious. Look, they're very good into Verdance. Very good into Verdance. Very good into Kano. Very good into Dio. OG Dash, Puffin. All these heroes that have items, man. Also, very good into the pirate heroes because the gold are items. Huh. We're learning something today. 0 to 60 for 4 damage with the go-agains. Block with Scaling Flesh Bag. Cashing it in here. Scared of the last 2 cards. Or we might have an instant. He's thinking about cashing in the backup protocol red here. Most likely. Or he might have an item on top. But he has no responses here. He's chill to let this be intimidated. Breaking the chain here. Oh, he did have the max V. But he's just going to Foundry hard here. He wants those 2 resources. And then he's just going to send some random 0 for 4 in the graveyard. Most likely here. Oh, into a pistol shot too. This is for 4 with the go again. Sink below. No sink. A lot of blocking here. Shooting for 2. Shooting for 2 is really hard to block for this Rhinar. And this is going to be a main way to get damage through for Thomas, I reckon. Unless the Rhinar wants to give up entire cards. Quite unlikely. But here we are, just a Massacre for 6. This is lethal. However, 1 equipment block will save him here. But it will not save him from the Reckless Swing. Haven't seen a Reckless Swing all game. There's still 3 in the deck. How many does he actually run? Does he run 1, 2, 3, 0? Who flipping knows? Who knows? I wonder if we're getting close to fatigue for Thomas here. Thomas thinking about the Crown of Providence here. Taking 4 maybe, going down to 2 would not save him. So he does have to include the Teklo Foundry Heart. The Crown of Providence here is going to let him carve his hand into something really nice. And the most powerful thing about Crown of Providence is that he knows what he's going to draw. Because he's Dio, he can see the top card, right? He can just sculpt his hand so beautifully. And I love Crown of Providence. I had to get the cold foil. It's just yat. Such a fun card, especially in Dio. Top player in Dio for sure. Here we go. Thomas a 3. But sporting a 5-card hand, starting with T-Bone. Oh, he's rocking Optical Monocle on the deck. That's huge. I fuck with that. This is 3 go again. Must be blocked by an equipment. Now, Rhinar here. Carlos can block with some armor. He could cleanly block it with all his armor. Or he could just block with Scabby's take 2 maybe. And that's what's going to happen. Saving the Apex for later he probably does want the might off it, but he wants an attack that's coming in for 5 to get max value out of it. He might not get max value though. Lots of Dio's attacks come in for 3 or 4. No boom grenade off the top, thankfully. Let's see what else is in store this turn. Cranking a cerebellum processor out. Whoa. He's going to draw a card. Down to 0 action points right now. Breaking the Killer's Accelerator. Gets his action point back. This is a dash player that knows what he's doing. And can take lines like this. Spark of Genius for 0. Finding Red Boom Grenade. Oh, I got it. Great dash minds think alike. And I know Thomas is a great dash player. Cranking this Boom Grenade. He just wants this Rhinar to block. He can't afford to block anymore. So he's going to make his opponent block by sending these big hands. Offers the cut. Cuts it himself because we're on a stream here. Or a recording, something like that. Now, what is going to happen next here? Boosting a zipper hit. Pitching a T-bone. Coming in for 5, go again. Threatening the boom grenade on hit. Now this is a perfect moment here for Carlos to block with his Apex Bone Breakers. And a card from hand. Because he'll get the full value out of Apex here. And he's stopping this on hit. Which is quite deadly. This is another on hit. Where if he takes 9. He's just down in the gutter. He's at 3. Sitting there at 3 with Thomas. You know. And then this game is all of a sudden so much closer. But he does have a hand to block with. T-Bone filling 2 resources. Praying for a 2 cost. We really want to cash in this Goliath Gauntlet here. Blocking for 2. Blocking for 2. Hold the line. What? What? Hold the line. If the attacking hero has drawn 2 or more cards this turn, prevent the next 3 damage that would be dealt to your hero this turn. Thomas has drawn a card off Cerebellum and a card off Spark, making this hold for line a 0 for 5. I did not expect this. Did not see this coming. I have not seen this card in play for a while. But a lot of decks starting to draw more cards. So this is a really good call from Carlos here. Shout out Carlos. Oh, he's breaking the Goliath Gauntlet. Boosting a throttle. This is 8. 8 go again. Unaware of how many cards Carlos has in hand. I believe it's 2. This is a lot of damage. If there's another attack after this, Carlos might be taking this Boom Grenade here. Thank God this Goliath Gauntlet was cashed in because it was looking scary. It was looking scary. Very intense right now. This is an amazing turn from Thomas. This is what you want to be doing as a Dio. Big numbers, on hits. Oh my God. He's taken 8 from the throttle and then 4 from the Boom Grenade, going down to 2. Boosting with a blue 0 to 60. For 2 go again. This is going to demand a card from Carlos or the Apex. This is really hard. Because Carlos is going to have to give a card on the 0 to 60 and then a card on the gun here. Oh. Reckless Swing. Discarding 6. He had... Oh my God. Not dying here. But the Reckless Swing. Putting him down to 1. Now Thomas is in range for the next Reckless Swing. That's one Reckless Swing. There could be 2 more in this deck. Cranking a Boom Grenade off the top. Effectively, Carlos cannot let anything hit anymore. Breakpoints are going to be all the more lethal on this turn. So many pistol cannons on this gun. Where is High Octane right now? Man, I miss High Octane. Thomas thinking about his line. Thinking about Reckless Swing. If there's a Reckless Swing, he can't stop it. What's he going to do? Sigil of Solace? I know a single 0 player that plays Sigil of Solace. No one plays that card. But this is coming in for 4. Go again. Forced to block with the armor. To block this perfectly. Min-max the cards in his hand. All Carlos needs is another breakpoint. Oh, and it's a Pulse Wave Harpoon. He just flashed it out. This is going to demand 2 cards from Carlos here. Unless Carlos has the D-React. Which he is running. Wild Ride. Uh-oh, a non-block. And a... Both non-blocks. Both can't be chosen by the Pulse Wave Harpoon effect. Yeah, Pulse Wave Harpoon reads... When this attacks, they reveal X cards from their hands, where X is the amount of boosted cards this combat chain. Choose an action card with defense less than or equal to X, and then add it as a defending card. I believe that's GG. That was a nail biter. Oh my god. Having the 2 non-blocks there is so unfortunate. But that's it. That's a game. A victory to Dash.io. Looking grim at the start, but he pulled it back to the disruption. And unfortunately, no blocks for the end of it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.